Hey y'all, today this is Greg with Tac&Tail. We're gonna head out and set some traps today for some coyotes and bobcats. So we're gonna go over here to some new property we bought over on the Omaha River. I'm wanting to hunt it next year, so I want to kind of eliminate some of the predators out there, so the game will kind of roam more freely and I'll have more game out there. But we're going to be heading out there right now. When I get out there, I'll hook the GoPro up and give you a little idea of how I set traps, set a camera out, maybe video some of it at night in hopes that there's actually something there to video. But anyway, we're gonna get out here and get this done. So we'll just see you here in a little bit when we get to the property. Well, we are on the property now. Right back here. And I like to, for my coyotes and stuff, I like to set traps close to the road. They're pretty skittish and really smart. So I just want to get them really close to the roads and sections where I see some game trails and all that. But as you can see, it's all wooded in there. I've been trapping for about, I don't know, probably about 3 or 4 years now. And it takes some getting used to. It's not something that you can just get right all the time. But once you do learn, you know, how you want your traps set up and how they need to be set up in order to get the most action and not to cause them to be so skittish. You know, that's the that's when you really notice a lot more activity. But just as soon as you miss one coyote, he's pretty smart. You'll be lucky to get him close again for a while. So, but anyway, let's get on over here and find us some places to put some. All right, so what I like to do is, you can tell we've got a road right here. We got the main road right in there. And I like to set traps out on the corners. Somewhere on the corner, like right in here, or right in here. And show you what I've got. All right, so this is my bucket and my gloves. I always want to have gloves because you leave any scent on that and you have messed up. So I've got, as you can see, all my scents and stuff in the sides, you know, that I use to set my traps with. I got a knee pad, something to shake some clean dirt out, get the rocks out so it doesn't mess up or interfere with your trap setting, and a knee pad, because when you kneel down, you definitely want to have something to keep your scent off. And then box of traps. Well, some of them anyway. A bucket, not a box. But so that's what we're going to be setting out today. And you'll see there's a bucket sitting right there, and that's got peat moss in it. I'll show you what that is later on. But anyway, drill to put that in to make my holes with sure helps a lot less digging and a lot less effort. And of course, boots, because you've got to have good boots that do not carry a whole lot of scent. So anyway, that's it right now. So let me get set up and we'll put our first trap down. All right, so we're at our first location. So what I like to do is take this and just move a little bit of it out of the way. It's real sandy, so that works good. All right. And you just don't want to leave hardly any human scent. So that's the one thing you don't want to do. And you just put a little hole in there, and then right here is where you want them to step to look in the hole. So we got our trap already set. And I make a little spot for my anchor. And then we'll just hammer this in. Of course, it's full of dirt. But this is our anchor, so once you hammer this in, they're not going to be able to get it out, no matter how hard they try. But I've got to go get a dag. I got to go get a hammer, so hold on a minute. Well, looks like I didn't bring a hammer with me, so I'm gonna have to use an impact to hammer this in. Not a good way of using an impact, but not much of a choice right now. Alright. Now when you get that in there, just give it one good yank. And it's in there. May help if I get my leg out of the way, but I pack the dirt in around the edges, because if they step on it and they feel just a little bit of a give, it's not a good. So I get it to where. And be careful when you're doing this, because you can definitely get your hands snapped. Been there, done that. And definitely not something I would advise happening at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one finished. I'll come back on and we'll have a look, and you'll get an idea of what it looks like. But I want to pack this dirt down a little bit more and get it kind of fit it in here so it doesn't look so out of place. And then once I get that done, pack down, we'll come back and do a little more. All right, so now that we got the ground kind of packed, I did put the peat moss in because it's a filler and it doesn't pack near as hard. And the way I've got my trap set, you know, I wanted a little pressure, not a whole lot of pressure. So we're gonna reach in here and get some scent and hope that the lids come off. That one did. And all I have to do is I take a little twig, I put a little bit of lure on it. Ugh. And right down the hole. Now, that one is set. So, that one's set. I got a little bit of lure right here I do not want sitting here. So, we'll take that and put it in there. Alright. Alright, so that's it. So we have, you know, a trap sitting there now. When the dirt will dry out and it'll start looking, you know, more whitish. But for right now it's fresh dug dirt, so it'll look a little more like that. But we'll check that in the morning, see what we got. On to the next one. Alright, so I've already put 2 traps down that way, but coming down the road there's a natural somewhat trail going right through there. So I'm going to put me a trap right here on this little bank area and see what we can do. So this will be the 3rd trap. So let's get it set. All right. So the trail comes out here. We got the road here, and I'm going to put it right up there. Some of these sticks out of the way. The less they've got to step on, the quieter they think they are. So, you know, a lot of this, like this right here, you can leave that there and leave that there. That makes, kind of gives you an idea that they're going to come in this way simply because of all the underbrush. So, alright, so now we've got our hole. There it goes. We'll rake this back a little bit. Keep that there. Put the dirt in the screen pan, that way you can shake it back over the trap once you get it installed. And it would sure be best if I didn't sweat to death in 60-degree weather. Unbelievable. It was just in the 20s the other day. And now, Lord mercy. It is definitely warmer now when you get used to the cold. And here in South Georgia, 20 is a little bit too cold for anybody. All right, let's get a little peat moss for the filler. Doesn't take much, just a little. Goes a pretty good ways. Use your natural sticks here. Natural. Use sticks that are falling on the ground. Usually sticks are natural. And they'll step around the obstacles. So there's the pan. Bam. Hopefully that's where he's going to end up stepping. Alright, that's number 3. Alright, I have set traps. We'll come back tomorrow and see what we've got. It's pretty good signs. I saw where they were going underneath the fence and some signs like that, but we won't know till we get here tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have a pretty decent turnout tomorrow. Maybe some coyotes and definitely some bobcats, hopefully. So I'm not too keen on raccoons and possum, but that's par for the course sometimes when you're trapping. So, but I don't remember exactly how many I set out. I know where all of them are, but I didn't count them. I probably got 10 out, 10 or 12, somewhere around there. So anyway, we'll see what tomorrow holds. So I will talk to you in the morning. Well, I'm gonna put you on my head so y'all can see the process, but it's just a little gray fox. So I'm gonna get my catch pole out and put him in the dog box. He's a little aggravated, as you can see. Yep, I know you ticked off. I know. We're gonna get you out of that trap. Yep, we're gonna get you. They can be pretty mean. So let me go get my camera on my hat so I got 2 hands empty. All right, buddy. Gotta get you in a loop. Yep. I know it. Yeah, I know, you're ticked off. Yeah, I know. You just ticked off, yep. Yep. Come on now. Well, that's not gonna help you. All right, let me get him out of here because he has got a mess up in here on his foot. It's not choking him, but it's just holding him out of my daggum way right now. Okay, now we're just gonna put him in the dog box. There we go. And there he is in the dog box. All right, well, that wasn't that bad. Once you get them in there, they kind of tame down a little bit because they know they're not going anywhere. But I try to get them sometimes in the corner of their mouth instead of just going around their neck. Because sometimes you can, well, sometimes you choke them really hard because you don't know exactly how much pressure you're on there. So, but anyway, and I'm relocating this one. A buddy of mine hasn't got back with me yet, and he normally sells them. So I'll probably just relocate this one to another piece of property we have. All right, well, we're on our way out. One fox, but we're gonna keep the traps out for another 5 to 7 days. Now, you are required to check these traps every day because you don't want whatever you catch in that trap suffering any longer than they need to be. And also, a point to make is that all my traps are offset, which means that, does it hurt them? It's like getting your hand caught into a mouse trap. You know, it hurts, it's not going to break anything other than a mouse. But so when they do get caught, they're not cut, they're not hurt to where it is a permanent maim or anything on them. So when I get out there and I let them go, or whatever happens to what particular animal I catch, you know, if I let them go, they're not hurt. Like if I catch dogs, you know, their paw's going to be sore, and they learned a very valuable lesson, I can promise you. But they're not, no broken bones, nothing like that. But that's the reason why I use the offset, because a lot of these like the coyotes and the fox, you know, like I said, I've got buddies that use them and they sell them, but the only way you can sell them is if they're not hurt. They can't even have cut skin. So just for a little bit of tidbit information, so anybody watching thinks, you know, it may be cruel or inhumane, it's really not. I mean, they are anchored down and not hurt. So just a little bit of tidbit information for you out there. All right, so we're gonna head to the house now. Like I said, I got a sick wife. She got walking pneumonia, and we're gonna head back to the house and see what she needs, and then see what we got going on at the job site. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm just starting out, so hopefully the videos are going to get better. It just takes me a little while to get used to talking to a camera or having a camera part of my life, because that's not something I'm used to at all. But anyway, glad you joined me. You know, we got old buildings and old sheds and all. So, and then there's a creek right back here. And there's fields and all that. So there's hundreds of acres here. So we're gonna let the fox out here. And that way we can not worry about, because I didn't have my buddy call me. So we'll just let him out. If I can get this loose. All right. So here we go. Let's let him out and see if he comes out. I may have to coax him a little bit. There he is. Pretty old fox. Come on, buddy. Okay, we got the box untied. I'm just going to kind of ease the box off, kind of scoot him to the end of the tailgate, where the tailgate would be, and see if I can't get him to get out of here. There he goes. All right. So before I close the video, I had my game camera video. So I'll share some pictures and then the video. I haven't even checked it yet. So once I check it, I'm going to download those on the end. And hopefully we'll see, you know, the fox coming up, the reaction, the set, and all that. And then we have some deer in the videos and pictures and all that. So I'll end on the game camera on what it sent me. So anyway, I want to thank all y'all for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next go around.